Please don't mind my goldfish eyes. It's 4 in the morning and Riley and I stayed up till like 1 talking about different sailing routes once again. Anyway, we are just about to head off. It could not be a calmer morning.
We're booked in to Outremer, which is in Le Grand Motte, which is the south of France, which is north of here, in a week to have repairs done, or even less than that now. There is a wind called the Tramontane, which I'll show you in a minute on the app. The Tramontane comes out of Perpignan and Narbonne, and it's very fierce and one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous, places in the Mediterranean, the Gulf de Lion. We're up at 4 o'clock in the morning because we need to get to the Bay of Roses, because there is going to be this big wild northerly come, and then we're going to bunker down there for 1, 2, even 3 days. And when we get a window, usually the Tramontane only goes for that long, but when we get a window and some nice settled weather, we're going to bomb across to Le Grand Motte, which will only be 60 miles to where we need to go, and then it'll only be another 80 from there, so we could potentially smash that out in a day, Elayna. That is mental.
Last minute decision to stop over at this island. There's a heap of fishing boats and yachts, and we're so keen for a swim. It is so hot today, so we're just going to anchor for 2 hours. That's all the time we can have spare.
Probably only an hour, Elayna.
Probably an hour.
Yeah.
Let's go! The boys are both doing a workout. I'm not. It is a glorious day, my friends. A very nice swim. We saw some snapper, some big snapper, but they're really fast. There's no way you could get one of those ones. Not that we took the spear gun, but yeah. The viz was pretty good as well, especially over the other side of the island. It was like perfect. Good call stopping off here, boys. So this week's lucky patron is a Mark Rohr, R-O-H-R. This is the second time I've called out your name, so congratulations. I hope you can make it on board. Thank you for your support thus far. It's much appreciated. Yeah, cool. Enjoy the rest of your day. Get in touch with us at sailingthevagabonde@gmail.com.
On the Cat, we are able to keep sailing in conditions that we would have to have motored in the monohull, but today we were beaten and had to motor. Motoring is always a bit boring, but today, le Vagabonde gets a funky.
Whoa. So I don't know what that was, but we've all been for a swim and we're feeling fresh, and I thought I'd teach you something about the Mediterranean, the place that we are sailing right now. So the weather here is geographical, and there are over 8 winds, and the dominant winds howl through deep valleys and the mountains, so it can get quite hairy here in the Med. And Riley and I have found, honestly, I feel like sailing in the Med has been more of a challenge than what crossing the Atlantic, sailing the Caribbean and the Pacific was, because of those prevailing winds that you get. The winds are always coming from the same direction, and you kind of know what to expect. There is the odd storm, of course. And even talking to Matthieu, some of the feedback that he gets is when people come here to buy a sailboat, they experience the Mediterranean and they think this is normal, and it's not until they leave to sail other places that they look back and they think, wow, this was really quite adventurous. Okay, the ocean is doing strange things, and here's what's going on.
See
there's some fairly intense clouds there inbound.
And Riley's cracked open a beer.
It was a very big night.
It was.
Yeah, like there's places that you can hide, like different islands, but we've had to make up to 8 or 10 sail changes in a day.
Yeah, you're constantly having to
regularly
handle the sails, and yeah, like Riley said, there are a lot of places to hide in the Med, luckily, and it is worth it because of the history, the food, and the lovely people, and I think it's worth it. So yeah, that's a little bit about the Mediterranean for you.
Whoa! Wow. Camera doesn't do it justice.
It's coming a little bit early, and the whole sky has just changed. Everything has just changed.
The air's gotten cooler. I really wish we had a barometer because I'd love to see what the number is right now.
Yeah.
There's a storm coming.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty wild. It's going to be about 30 knots for a couple of days, so...
I'm scared.
I'm not.
I'm excited.
We've got a wonderful anchorage to head to, so that's really good.
To avoid being stuck in a sticky situation, we tied and put away everything that might want to go overboard in a blow.
At the bottom, the darkest pit, there is no razor. And I'm begging you, please throw down that rope. 'Cause I've been here too long, too long, too long, too long, too long. I've decided that I will know.
Feel raindrops.
Do ya?
Bob. Yeah. Party time. And fashion and glamour.
Yeah, fashion, glamour.
Is
stripy pants.
Yeah, I'm wearing my stripy pants.
No tenés nocturno? No. No taxi in the night to Orlando.
Okay. You sleep, yeah, fair enough.
He's in the bar.
Yo no te empeño a creer lo que cuento. Es una historia muy tensa, muy lenta. Escúchame hoy, no me juzgues ni ríes. Solo ves lo que crees. Corre el agua bajando montañas, corre la sangre, corazón que bombea. Y mis lágrimas corren por mis pestañas. Corre el tiempo sin que
Eat your heart out, Ultraman.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
I bet it's faster.
Look at it.
We'd moored up in yet another one of Europe's absolute gems, Port De Cadaques on the coast of Spain. Although I love those deserted anchorages and having an entire hunk of water all to yourself, there's just something so magical about these little villages by the water. Seeing the way these people live and walking the same streets and alleys as people would have hundreds of years ago. Everything in the Mediterranean just wants to tell you a story.
I'm just going to start shooting whatever fish I can get because that's what's for the sale. I don't feel bad about... Why should you feel bad about shooting little fish if it's for sale on the shore here? You know what I mean? Then I just shoot it and I eat it myself.
Yours is twice as big as that. No hands, he reckons. So far, Riley has gotten us nearly all the way back to the Vagabonde, but he's got a pretty sharp turn to make, and I don't think he's going to make it. If you get this, I'll be very impressed.
That's a massive team effort.
Good job.
Didn't think we were going to do it, did you, Elayna?
Oh!
I thought you were going inside.
Right.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
So you can see it's blowing, well, it's only blowing about 21 knots right now.
Jeez, I hope they're going downwind.
Yeah, there's a boat
Oh,
leaving
they're
right
having
now.
a drama.
Oh no, they've got the mooring still stuck somewhere.
Looking very nice this morning in here. We've just got a few jobs to do, and I think we're going to take a look around the town. We wound up at the casino and it's like 9:30 a.m. What's the deal?
We're uploading some videos. I'm gonna do some work here and gamble.
Posto oficino.
¿Qué es el temporizador? Sí. ¿No me avistes?
Matthieu recommended we go to this place, and we just had no idea it was going to be this beautiful. We learnt that this place is famous for Salvador Dali, the painter. This was his primary residence, so you can actually go and visit his house. It's 30 kilometres away. We didn't have time to do that today, but that would have been really cool. Yeah, could stay here for a very long time, seriously.
Tune in next week for our sail back up to Le Grand Mont.
We just reached...
So we've been getting a bit of a spanking lately in the comment section of our YouTube just about sponsorship deals and stuff like that, so we've decided to really chill out on that front. But we like doing the Audible ones. We think it's just like encouraging people to read. So let me know what you think about that in the comments, and I'll keep reading them. I read every single one, so I'm interested to hear your thoughts on that. And without further ado, I'd like to tell you about David Foster Wallace's book, Consider the Lobster. This is the 4th time that I've read it, and I've just cut out a little snippet about inspiration, which I thought was pretty pertinent to our situation, as that is what we hear a lot of, some people find a bit of inspiration in what it is that we're doing. To provide some context behind this little snippet, what he's doing here, DFW, is he's commenting on an autobiography by Tracy Austin, and in particular the use of the word inspiration or misuse by corporate media.
Quote, "The inspirational story of Tracy Austin's long struggle to find a life beyond championship tennis. But the publisher's flap copy lies, because it turns out that inspirational is being used on the book jacket only in its ad cliche sense, one basically equivalent to heartwarming or feel good or even, God forbid, triumphant. Like all good ad cliches, it manages to suggest everything and mean nothing."
David Foster Wallace died in 2008 before I'd had a chance to discover any of his works. I have read every single one of his books, watched every interview that he's ever done on YouTube, and when I found his voice narrating his own book on Audible, I got goosebumps, I really did. If any of you guys are interested in Audible and would like to head over there, go to www.audible.com/SLV and you can check out that book, or, millions and millions of others out there. So I recommend it, it's good. Thanks a lot, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode.
Josephine, you should have been on Acland Street tonight. You could have seen each falling dream come bounding back to life. But the Esplanade felt lonely trying to walk it on my own.